So we go on vacation for a couple weeks and we have a pristine pool, but we come back to this. Green, can't even see the bottom, yuck. Well, sadly this happens quite often. Whenever we go on vacation, this is what we get to come back to. We have a plan already, and this is what we do. So we pick us up one of these either 12 packs or 6 packs. We don't really need 12, but we keep some of this extra, especially during the summer when we do tend to go out of town. We buy this Clorox pool shock, and we specifically get this XTRABLUE Plus, because it has a clarifier in it and it has an algae additive here to help eliminate algae. So it's not just shock, it's also treatment for any kind of algae problems you're having. So what we do is we go in and we shock the pool really heavy. We run the pool for 24 hours, and then usually by the next day, it's back to nice and pretty. Now, of course, you want to sweep your pool really well before you put this in, which is what we've done. But let me go ahead and put some of this in the pool and show you how we go from this nasty green algae infested pool to a beautiful crystal clear pool that anyone wants to swim in. So if you notice when you pull these packages out, it says 1 pound per 12,000 gallons. Our pool is 20,000 gallons, so we put 2 of these in our pool, and then we do the kill algae instructions. So we not only go in and broadcast it and do all of the stuff that it says here, but we brush the pool, we add this all the way around the pool and in the deepest parts of the pool, and then we run the pump for 24 hours straight. So that usually not only kills all the algae, but it also filters everything out of the water to get it nice and clear. If for some crazy reason it was really infested, we might repeat it after 72 hours. But luckily, I don't think since we've been using this, we've had to do that. It's actually helpful too if you just open a small section of the bag, so that way you don't have just tons pouring out. You can just sprinkle it in, have the bag and all the chlorine powder blowing away from you in the wind. So that way you're not having to breathe this stuff when you're pouring it in. And don't forget the hot tub if you have one. You just want to sprinkle this stuff in there. Make sure it gets everywhere there could be algae in any of these corners. After you've brushed it and you've got the chlorine sprinkled in throughout the pool, then you come over here, put the pool in service mode, kick on the pump, and let it run for 24 hours. We'll come back and check it then. Sometimes if our pool is just really green or really nasty, we'll even pour in some of this algicide clarifier. Now, what this is going to do is it's going to help break down the algae and clean up the water, get all of that algae that's dying out and cleared out, and anything else that's left in the pool nice and clean so we have clear water. So as the chlorine is in there killing the algae, you're going to have algae everywhere, you're going to have used up chlorine. This clarifier helps get your water back to being crystal clear. So I'm going to actually add a little bit of this too, just the regular doses that it recommends. So that way tomorrow after 24 hours, we have this beautiful pool. So to add this in, you do it kind of the same way as you would shock. You just evenly pour this around your pool, mostly in the deep areas and around the edges, and that way it can circulate through the pump and through the filter and help clarify all the water that's going through. And just like that, it's magic. So we're at about 16 hours in of the 24-hour run period. And the mowers came today, so you're going to get to see some grass in there. But as you can see, no more green. Very clear water. You couldn't even see the bottom before. You could barely even see the steps on the side. But now, crystal clear. So we've done this before. Like I said, this is our go-to, and it does a really good job when we have those issues. We've also noticed that it's not just for green algae. It definitely does good for green algae, but it also seems to get rid of that annoying yellow, I think they call it like mustard algae. So it works good on that too. But yeah, I mean, crystal clear in less than 24 hours. We're going to test the water. We need to brush it again because the algae dies and goes to the bottom. We want the filter to take care of that. But that's all you got to do. I hope this information was helpful. Thank y'all very much for watching. Take care.